Buddy, you don't have to spark that up. We can have a pen puff if you want.
Oh, buddy. All right, I'll hold on to it.
We're back. Trash talk with natetrash. We haven't done a trash talk in a while. I usually do the trash talks on stream, but I'm trying to move into a new format here. Trying to get looking a little better, doing a little bit more, getting some more interviews and some more content out there. So, this is my friend Nick the Music Dude.
How's it going, everybody?
Now, you may have seen Nick around at a lot of different venues in the city. Right down from Dickens all the way. Have you done the Ironwood too, haven't you?
I've done some stuff at the Ironwood. There's a band called Total Gadjos. Really great horn piece and strings, like Eastern European kind of vibe. Absolutely wonderful. I've done a live capture for them there. And I'm good buddies with Nate Reno. Well, not good buddies, but lent them some gear recently for a live stream they were doing. And yeah. It's weird. I'm just going to preface that it's weird. I'm usually behind the camera and behind everything, so it's different to be in front and talking.
That's all right, man. It's something it's a necessary evil.
Yeah,
it's a necessary evil. Shout out to Big Nate.
Easier. Yeah. Oh, Big Nate all the way, man. I own a big one. He set me up with some good stuff.
So, story about Big Nate.
Yeah, hit me.
Me and Big Nate did a trash talk.
Nice.
Back when he was still really active with Getting Late with Nate.
Yeah.
And we ended up going for 4 hours. 4 fucking hours. I haven't sat down and chatted with Nate for a long time. Me and him are buddies. We go back. He helped World Class White Trash get some of their first shows.
Never stop being a tech. I'm sorry.
And hey, man, I appreciate it. It's stuff that I get to pick up and learn too.
Yeah.
So I know Nate for way back. Shout out to all his projects. He's doing good stuff. Big Nate Productions. Hopefully we can all get back on the horse here soon. Everybody's making the best. And 4 hours. We got into some stuff there. I didn't think it was going to be that long, but as soon as the beers started sipping and the joints started sparking, it kind of just all rolled together.
He knows how to talk, and he has interesting guests on there. Did you watch the Flat Earth one?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man.
I actually did a Flat Earth pre-show.
I'm sparking this talk about
I did a pre-stream. I did a pre-stream for that.
Oh, Lord.
I went live, and I did an interview with J-Reds, actually, and I was messed up because I was getting stoked for the show. I was messed up. I ate some mushrooms.
Oh, no.
I ate some weed candies.
Oh, snap.
I had some beers. I sat there by myself and drank a 12 case of beers, mushrooms, and watched that Flat Earth show, and it was amazing. I had so much fun, man.
Oh, that guy's little app. Don't get me wrong, it's all still ridiculous, but I love his little app. I love how far he's gone with it. Shout out, we should put a thing in because that guy's Flat Earth app is ridiculous. It's so good.
Right?
It's so good. I love him. His conviction.
Crazy.
And then they ask him about the Netflix thing, and he's like, "Yeah, but then that's when they turn the cameras off, bro."
15-degree drift. 15-degree drift.
Oh, I
There's
digress.
a YouTuber I watched named Simon Dan, and he started his whole channel just to go at the Flat Earthers.
Yeah.
And he's polite. He's polite about it. He's not aggressive in any way.
Yeah.
He's just like this lanky, like British, like runner. I don't know if he's got any sort of like education credentials. I'm sure he's got some, just the way he talks and the way he's able to do it. But at the same time, Simon Dan, that's what happens is a lot of these educators or these scientists, like Mark Rober was one of the guys. He fucking found out he could make more money doing YouTube than working at NASA, so he quit NASA and started doing YouTube.
Oh, the money on YouTube is insane, man.
And the guy makes bank, but he also makes crazy videos. Shout out to the Glitter Bomb.
Oh, buddy, all the way. All the way.
So yeah, like Simon Dan rips apart the Flat Earthers, and one of his things is every time he talks about the 15-degree drift, he puts that little clip in there, and it says 15-degree drift. And it's like, oh man, he just drills it home, and then as soon as the clip ends, he's like, thanks, Bob.
Oh, Lord. Yeah, I got out of that conspiracy theory. I was living up north in a band house. There's a band I played for a long time in called Reject. Shout out to Reject. Hi, Dustin. Hi, Kane. And yeah, we spent a lot of time living in a band house up there, and Kane had the only TV. So I would walk in every night after work, and I would watch whatever he was watching because he had the TV. So I was gonna watch what was on the TV. It was younger.
Yeah,
it was back in the day.
I'm not gonna go sit and stare at the fucking wall.
Yeah, so he would watch tons of conspiracy stuff, man, and like there was the thing with the noises in the sky and the horns out, and it was
the trumpets, the trumpeting angels.
What in Jasper was some weird place.
What that was the trumpeting angels.
Oh yeah, something like that. Either which way, and it was mechanical noises, giant mechanical noises. So I am out there. I watched that stuff with them. I go outside to have a smoke. We're in a nice little cul-de-sac in a nice little neighborhood, and I'm having my smoke, and all of a sudden I hear this grinding noise, and it just keeps getting louder and louder, and like my heart's pacing, and I'm like, oh my god, it's the noise.
Yeah.
It's the giant sky noises. And then this little kid on a skateboard comes around the corner, and it was his wheels reverberating on the houses on the and I was like, you know what? I'm not watching any more of that
I had that same thing happen too during the time, and it was a fucking snowplow driving by, grinding on the road.
Yeah, and I was like, no more, I'm done. Never since then, I got out of it.
That was like just as I was trying to get out of it, so I was able to laugh at myself.
Yeah, me too. I did. I laughed really hard. I was sitting there, and I was like, oh my god, I'm literally sitting here like, oh my god, there's a kid on a skateboard. It's so ridiculous. It's fear, living in fear.
So the theories about that was the angels trumpeting in the fucking 7 years of tribulation.
Okay.
For the end times.
I see.
And then I heard one where it was like venting gases from the crusts.
Okay.
And like the places where they heard it was like within a certain radius of like mining activity or something.
All right.
Didn't read into it very much, but it was cool to see it happening all over the world. It was wild.
Yeah. Did it happen? Do you think it happened?
Do you think the angels trumpeted in tribulation? Bro, it's the fucking world, man. There's tribulation.
It can happen.
Tribulation depends on how you look at it. Well, that's in the Bible, right? So the fucking Jesus freaks automatically latched onto it because it fucking corresponds with their book, with their pocketbook, man. Yeah. And their pocketbook hasn't been revised in a while. It's due for a revision. Like the KJV, King James, King James has been dead for a fucking minute or two. I think it needs to be revised again.
Yeah, more modern.
I think Donald Trump should write the next testament of the Bible.
You think that too, eh? Wonderful. I would certainly like to read Donald Trump's Bible. I don't think it would do much good for the world if it was published.
I don't think any. Okay, like we can get into Donald Trump.
Oh Lord,
and
let's
shitting on that guy,
save us.
Like, okay, the DJT Bible, the DJT version of the Bible. Donald Jonathan Trump.
So God wanted the world made in 7 days. I said no, I can do it in 6.
Okay, so the Bible, DJT version, in brackets, The Art of the Deal 2. Fucking beautiful. That's awesome. Okay, so now that we're on conspiracy theories, we'll get off this quick. We'll get back onto your stuff here.
Oh, whatever, man.
What's one of the weirdest ones that you've heard?
Oh, of conspiracy theories?
Yeah.
Oh man.
It's one of the most whacked out ones, but okay.
I'm a big fan of David Icke and his lizard people.
Okay, yeah, nice.
Not that I believe in any of it. The best thing I seen, it was David Icke. It was a clip of David Icke in Vancouver, and he's just so ready to push his agenda. It's marvelous. Because he goes in a bookstore and someone throws a pie at him. Someone wears a lizard costume and throws a pie. And then he runs over to the children's section where some of the pie has splattered. And he turns to the camera. He's like, look, it's always the children that suffer, isn't it? It's so good. We should find this place in it. It's genius.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see if we can get a clip of that. We'll see if we can get
David
that in
Icke
there.
likes to keep his content. Maybe we shouldn't mess with
But
David
if we
Icke.
can... So, that's okay because we're allowed to use it for the usage of critique and satire.
Yeah, well, I'm going to critique it. David Icke is a cunt.
yeah, you know what?
But he's got some fun books. He's got some good... I shouldn't say the C word. Edit it. David Icke is a dork.
So the fun thing, how I got introduced to Mr. David Icke.
Oh.
I really got into The Matrix when I was young. Just like fucking any, you know.
How do you feel about the new Matrix movie?
I haven't seen it yet because I haven't had time to sit down and actually watch it.
Yeah.
I want to watch that new fucking.
I mean, we're all going to theaters, right?
I want to watch that new fucking Netflix propaganda flick. About fucking climate change.
Oh, that is good, dude. Everybody said it sucked, and I enjoyed it.
I know it's gonna be good. I know it's gonna be good. I just don't like the fact that it's rich people who fucking. It's a bunch of rich people fucking who like also contribute to that shit and aren't changing their lives to fucking make a difference.
Yeah,
making the movie,
that's
right?
Fair. I don't know. I guess
it's just my own personal cynicism. It's my own personal cynicism. You know, Leonardo DiCaprio is an activist that shows up in a private jet. Yeah. So, like, that doesn't work for me.
Yeah.
But it's a movie. Like, fuck, you know, that's just me shitting on stuff because I'm a cynical asshole. Mm-hmm. But I'm definitely going to watch it because it looks fucking great. And, like, Danny McBride doing his little fucking satire at Donald Trump Jr. is just too fucking fantastic, man.
No, it's Jonah Hill.
Jonah Hill.
Jonah Hill, yeah, and he's marvelous. It's fantastic.
Too fucking good.
It's so good. It's so good.
So I was into The Matrix when I was younger.
Yeah,
and
me too.
I found out that The Warriors, I was into The Warriors too.
Yeah.
The Warriors was a book. Found out that The Warriors was a book. And I was like, okay, how many of my other favorite fucking movies are books? Because all the good ones are books. Yeah. Fight Club was based on a book.
I got one for you. I'm interrupting. What is a book that was better as a movie than a book? Because usually it's the other way, right? Usually they ruin the book with the movie. So what movie was better than the book?
Coraline.
Please tell me why.
I have the book, and I was expecting the book. I haven't read the book.
Yeah.
So I could still be wrong, but I was expecting the book to be a lot longer, a lot bigger. Like, it's just a little novella.
Yeah.
I was expecting it to have more to it because I was like, there's got to be more to this story than the movie. But looking at the size of the novella, there's probably more that the movie had than the novella did.
Yeah.
I won't know till I read it.
Yeah.
But so I could still be wrong here. But in that sense, that was disappointing to me.
Yeah.
But Coraline was a fucking scary one.
For me, there's a movie and a book called Children of Men. You ever seen the movie Children of Men? Okay. So everything I loved about the movie Children of Men was a point that was changed in the movie, and the plot points in the book are very different.
Oh, rough.
And, like, literally, it's like everything I loved about it, like, all the iconic scenes in Children of Men are not in the book. The book's actually very flat all the way through. Like, it's good, it's just flat.
Yeah,
like,
it's not a movie.
It doesn't have those sweet... Well, it doesn't have, like, the whole bit with, like, the soldiers and things, and, like, they, like, turn two of the characters into one character. And, like, yeah, they do a whole bunch of stuff. I digress.
Okay, so the one isn't a book, but did you see the movie Pain and Gain with The Rock and Mark Wahlberg?
Yeah.
So that was based on a true crime.
Okay.
But The Rock's character was like a couple different characters molded together.
Yeah.
And the crime was actually the same thing. A lot more brutal and less comedic than the fucking movie was.
Yeah.
And then Michael Bay, just finding out Michael Bay made that movie and Transformers, like Mr. fucking Explosion Michael Bay, fucking making a fucking Mark Wahlberg true crime mockumentary fucking fake flick. Like, fuck me, was that good?
Yeah.
Okay, but back to the David Icke, because, you know, I gotta finish that one. I looked for the book on The Matrix.
Yeah.
And it turns out David Icke's first book was called The Matrix.
Oh, okay.
I found it at my library. They had it at the fucking school library, man.
What?
It was in my fucking high school library.
Yeah.
The Matrix, and it was a picture of one of David Icke's fucking lizard people on the front of it, and then like one of those mesh form fucking gravitational fucking diagrams in the background. Yeah. I was like, I didn't know what to think about it, and I fucking Googled up David Icke. I'm like, he thinks that there's lizard people? Like, that was kind of like, I'm getting into conspiracy theories now. And then that drove me on to the American fucking politics, conspiracies in American history, because boy, oh boy, is that fucking intense.
Oh, yeah, buddy.
American history and the American fucking way and the American Revolution and the Civil War. There's so much fucking shit that, like, people just don't talk to each other about. That is like, what? Like, that happened? Like, that was going on at the same time? Like, no way. Like, you guys were like just a couple miles apart from each other, but people, they take for granted the fucking how easy it is for us to communicate with each other.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
And how quickly we can communicate. And not just that, how easy and how quick it is to travel now, too.
Yeah.
Like, I hopped on the bus. I live 2.5 kilometers away from you. I hopped on the fucking bus and I was here in 5 minutes.
Yeah. But you know what that done? It has brought the divide even closer.
Oh, because now
it's like your neighbor.
Now you can sit in your echo chamber 24/7, 365. Yeah. You're not forced to 100% deal with reality without your little peanut gallery in your pocket. Yeah. And we're both guilty of it too, right? We're both on the social media all the time too, but we're not in the groups, the private groups.
Oh Lord, yeah, those get wild. I've been invited to a few of those. Oh, those are.
Have you ever gotten a Parler link?
No, what's that?
Parler is a new.
Oh, is that the Trump one that when he went on after?
Yeah. Parler is that's like fucking straight up right wing fucking free speech.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And now like people are like, okay, well yeah, these are free speech websites. It's like until you talk bad about Jesus. Yeah. And then you get banned for talking bad about Jesus, and I might be wrong, that might not be a Parler thing, but I lump all these fucking things together because, and you're like, oh, you got to get out of the mainstream. It's like, that's mainstream media too, because it's available on all the same fucking platforms.
Yeah.
So you can't say if you want non-mainstream media, you got to get a Tor browser and you got to fucking jump on the fucking dark web.
Yeah.
Like, and you know what? Some of that shit's monitored too because the Tor browser was developed by the fucking Navy.
So far beyond me, man. I just go on YouTube and watch.
But yeah, we're gonna
dude making sausages.
We're gonna pull. Actually, let's get into that. Let's get into fucking awesome YouTube videos. Have you seen Stale Cracker?
No, what is Stale
So
Cracker? So
Stale Cracker is this guy from Louisiana.
Okay.
I see him on Facebook. He's got like long hair. He's got this thick Cajun accent.
Yeah.
He fucking cooks giant pots of fucking gumbo and jambalaya.
Yeah.
And he's fucking just spicing it up. He fucking shovels it with this giant ore. And he's just feel good video. And I like the way he says it. It's super wholesome. And he chugs beers.
Yeah.
He's like, wow, we hydrate. And then his beer koozie turns into a mini beer bong. And he dumps the beer in it and smashes it. And he's just always talking positive, good shit.
Yeah.
And cooking big meals for people. And he'll throw his stuff in there. He's like, I see you in the comments section. I want you to know you spice it up however you like. I'm just spicing it up how I like. And I watched him from the beginning. And I remember when it changed from when he started saying that. I'm like, yeah. He went from like 300 comments to 10,000 comments in like a month. So there's no way he's not getting ripped on for fucking putting beans in chili. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And here I am sitting there like, wait, you're not supposed to put beans in chili? I thought that was that was the basis of fucking chili, man.
Chili is beans?
I thought that was the whole basis of chili was
absolutely.
Adding meat and vegetables to your beans. So we're gonna pull it back from the conspiracies and the YouTube videos. We're gonna go back to Nick. Nick, what do you do?
I do audio engineering, videography. I've played in quite a few bands, hip hop bands and metal bands and folk bands and punk bands and country bands and cover bands and jazz bands.
Hip hop bands.
Yeah, I played One Love with an artist called AYE. One Love's a big festival, so like we were on the same bill as like Lil Wayne and Action Bronson and Tyler the Creator.
Okay, I think I remember hearing about that festival.
Yeah, it was in town here. Yeah, so we were on the B stage, the Red Bull
That's
stage.
still sick as fuck, man.
It was fun. It's good for the rezo.
Did you still get the access too?
Oh yeah. But the thing is, here's the lame musician part. It was like me and Buddy played another band. So it was like the second show of the day, and we were totally drained. So we literally just went and played the show, and then left. Because I was like, I'm going home to crash.
I don't care about any of this shit.
Yeah, we played a show the night prior, then a show that morning, and then played that show. And like it was in the middle of like I was like working at Home Depot 6 to 2 a.m. Then I was teaching 4 to 8 p.m. Then I'd like rehearse in different bands 9 to noon or 9 p.m. to like midnight. And then every weekend we would be out playing gigs. So like I was totally white, but it was cool. I got to do a lot of really interesting stuff in like a very small amount of time.
Fuck yeah, man. That sounds like it.
Yeah.
I spent 10 years with a band and didn't get to fucking do any of that shit.
I got to do cool stuff. I got to open with the punk band, and I was called Reject. I was with them for about 10 years, almost, pretty close. And we got to open for like Gov, CKY, Protest the Hero, DOA, fucking Hey Ocean when they were going. They were really sweet. Yeah, there's probably others I'm thinking of, but those were the big names for that band.
And now you just mainly do this.
Yeah, just production. Just I taught lessons for a good amount of time, like I was saying. But yeah, I switched out to just doing production. So I really like working with singer-songwriters. So like if somebody has like, you know, the basis of a song and they want to come in, and I've always thought of myself as like an accompaniment musician. So like my entire career, I've like accompanied other people as a bassist.
A session player.
Yeah, well, yeah, essentially. Like not. I'm hardly good enough to call myself a session player. Those people are insane. But
yeah,
if I get some time to learn it and write something for it, then I can give you something really nice. But no, I just like sitting down with a singer-songwriter and they have an idea and we start adding drums and bass and keys and flesh it out. I know theory really well. That was when I was teaching, when I was doing all that. I didn't have a car at the time. I moved to Grand Prairie when I was 16 from Ontario by myself. And I just had like my bass on my back and like a blue bin tub. And I worked from that. About a year in, I found a band. Like I was always playing in bands back home, but I just was like just a bad kid, wasn't doing much, and I got in trouble with some people, so I took off. And
classic.
Yeah, I ran off to GP and joined a band, kept my head down.
Got in trouble and ran to Grand Prairie.
Yeah, my brother was out there.
I got in trouble, so I went to Grand Prairie.
Yeah, and then my brother was living out there, and then 3 months later, when I was like 16 and moved out there, staying with him, he went back to Ontario, and I stayed out there. So I was like, yeah, I was pretty much like a homeless 16-year-old for most of that, and I was like bouncing around from place to place, and then, you know, staying in like these like rake shake shacks, like, you know, 1-bedroom apartment with 8 couches together, probably not making the best life decisions. People that were not in the best places.
Yeah.
But I was young enough that I was like pretty good at keeping my distance from them. But I'd like sleep with like I found the band at first, so then I would leave my gear with the band, just the bass I had, and then I would like have a backpack of my shit and work at the 7-Eleven. And I'd like work at the 7-Eleven and then go back to the place and like whenever I wasn't jamming with that band and like
live out of your backpack.
Like live out of my backpack and like at night I would just like sleep with the backpack.
Yeah, it was
pretty fun.
Fucking rights, man.
But yeah, so we did that for a while, and then the band. Luckily, I found some dudes that were like more experienced and had some stuff going, and I just immediately were like, pretty much the offer was, hey, we're going on tour in like 2 weeks to open for Crown King. And like Crown King was a band that I like in Ontario had like watched on. It was Much Loud at the time. There was a Much Loud music video channel.
Fairly sure I've heard of that band.
Yeah,
before.
Crown King. They it's crazy. We did a couple things with them, like just short little stints, but opening for them,
That's
and, like multiple days in a row. And yeah, the last time I seen them, we were like high on mushrooms in their bus way up in the mountains in like Peace River, like. You know, just getting messed up, taking like sliding, we were taking the folding tables and they're like taking it down the hill, and the people that had the ski chalet were like coming and yelling at us.
Sick.
And so I saw that, and then the next time I seen Sean Frank, the singer, he was like on Fox News next to Gene Simmons. And he had like gone to Toronto, switched the name of the band, got rid of most of the people and hired new people. And then he was like the first band signed to their label. But I don't think that lasted because I'm pretty sure he's just like making really good money doing DJ stuff.
Well, not just that. If Gene Simmons can't fucking make that merch dollar, he's not making a dollar.
Oh, yeah. It was still a good deal to see. That guy was really driven and motivated.
Fucking
really,
right.
Like, Crown King was a dope band. I learned a lot opening for them. Like, I remember a show where it was like, I'm not going to say where, but I'm pretty sure the dude only had shows there so that he could like launder money through the bar.
Oh,
because he sold coke. So like the minute that they turned off the dance music, everybody started booing, and then he made us go on, and like we played we were supposed to do like a half hour. I think we did like 10 minutes, 12 minutes. And then the other band came and were like, yeah, can we just use your gear? And like we were in like a half step down, totally different tuning. They threw their stuff on, did their set, and went off, and then Crown King came on with their light show, and they fucking won everybody over, man.
Hell yeah, buddy.
Like, they had their light show, their killer pop tunes, and they just like owned it.
That's fucking sick, man. That's sick. So, how can we get a hold of you? And where can we find you? Well, these days, right now, with shit going on,
everything is
find you right here.
Everything is at Nick the Music Dude. So you can find me on any social media platform at Nick the Music Dude. Just put at Nick the Music Dude.
Fucking right.
And when shows come back, I'll be doing live shows, so I'll be out around. You might see me at a venue doing some audio or video stuff, or hopefully we're gonna do some more collabing.
Might see me there with him too. I might see more of him here with me. It might work out very well for both of us. But yeah, so Trash Talk with Nate Trash. This has been one of the first back of the new year, 2022. Shout out to the sponsors: Cursed Earth Apparel and Print, Nick the Music Dude. Mountain Bistro and Pizzeria, and of course, Absolute Underground Magazine. So, Absolute Underground. Nice. Absolute Underground Magazine. So, thanks, guys. Treat each other well, and don't be an asshole. Take her easy.